So great to be connected with you again, Sabine. It's been a while.
Yes, I'm happy you contacted me via LinkedIn. Yeah.
I know it's been 6 years since we last did a interview session, and at that time we were talking about supporting women entrepreneur, and I know that you're still doing that. So for those who are watching and listening, I met Sabine over about 6 years ago when I was running a global women's summit for supporting women entrepreneurs under my other organization called We Roll Network. And Sabine herself is a consultant and trainer, more specifically supporting entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, more so solo entrepreneurs who are in the training coaching industry, from my understanding. Businesses as well.
Businesses as well, also women who have an offline business who now want to go online.
Awesome. And yes, you are, you've started video marketing, in that industry since the 2017. And that's also the reason, we are having, we have you here today, because I myself am curious to learn. And I know a lot of people right now, because of what's going on, would have a lot of interest in this topic. So again, thank you for just being here and sharing your wisdom with us today.
Yes, it's a pleasure for me, because I want to help female entrepreneurs. And there are small things that you can really change from the beginning. For example, one thing is light. Put light on your face. Try to avoid the shadows. If you have a window from the left-hand side, try to find another place where you have light from in front of you. Or if you are recording in the evening, put in an additional light in front of you so that your face is lit well.
That's a great tip to start it off right already. So how did you get into video marketing?
I got into video marketing because I love to create videos. I had my first video camera, I think in 2008. It was a normal camcorder. And I edited the videos. I made small videos from events or something. It was just a hobby. And then in 2010, I think I uploaded my first video on YouTube, which was a private one. In 2012, I made a course about video marketing. And at that time, you really had to edit the videos. It was kind of PowerPoint presentation explaining my business. No talking into the camera at that time. It was editing videos. And so it grows step by step. And I recognized that women are very afraid of talking into the camera because they think it's very complicated. They think they need to edit their videos, but you don't need that. You can start with what you have, your webcam, your smartphone, and try to get confident on camera so that you can attract new customers.
I can totally relate with that. I posted a video live in Facebook in January when I first started doing a little bit more of this live. And the first thing I said was, it's really odd looking at the camera and talking to, not a real person. And it's different. So, I think it's important to understand and learn and get out of our own comfort zone.
Yeah.
To do that. And I appreciate that you're supporting women in doing that as well. Like I said, in this time, we really need it, because this is a platform to market yourself right now in the midst of what's happening.
Yes, and there are studies that show that people click more on videos, on moving images, and they make faster decisions if they have watched a video before. So if you try to remember, if you are looking for a product on the internet, you normally click on the video for the smartphone, the computer, or anything that's moving. And if it's explained well, it influences you to buy. And they made a research that 60% of people who have watched a video before buy this product.
So since we're talking about video marketing, before someone starts, like what do you think are the things they need to prepare or get to market themselves? What would be the preparation that they need to do?
So the preparation is mainly on the content. That's my expertise. It's not the technique, because now you have live videos. You just have to press the go live button in Facebook and you're on camera. So there is no technique necessary for video editing or something. But you have to be clear about your target group. What are their problems? Because that's where you get their attention. If you start with a hook talking about their problem, and then show them that you are the expert with some solution, methods, tools, tips, tricks that might help them, they start to follow you. And so be prepared to collect content ideas where you can make regularly videos about it. I recommend at least once per week to make a video so that people see you on a regular basis, and because they don't buy from the first video, they have to see you several times until they buy from you.
And do you recommend how long a duration of a video would be an effective time?
This depends on different criterias, because it's different if you already have 10,000 followers or if nobody knows you. So in the beginning, when you start out, shorter is better, because people decide very fast if it's a 10-minute video. They look on their watch, no, I don't have the time for 10 minutes. But having a 2 to 3 minutes video in the beginning, you can easily do that. So start with the shorter ones, and also depending on which channel you are, you might need to make them longer. So Facebook is very much focused on interaction in live videos. So you should talk with the audience who are live watching you. So they expect you to be at least 10, 20 minutes. But on YouTube, a length of 10 to 12 minutes is better. But also there in the beginning, start with 3 to 5 minutes videos. Shorter is better. And when you have grown your audience, you can make them longer.
So you mentioned about YouTube and Facebook. Is there a difference in how do you do your video marketing on those platforms? And also, there's so many, even ourselves, I'm learning, right? Instagram, and there is, so Instagram is IGTV. Then we have, again, LinkedIn, that's how we connected back. And then also Twitter, right? And also many others. So what's the difference?
So the difference is in Facebook, people are not searching for you. Your video is shown by the Facebook algorithm to your friends, people that follow you, or friends of friends, or you use Facebook ads so that you pay for being presented to more people. And it's more on distraction. It's not by search. YouTube is a search engine, and so you can influence much more on YouTube. The titles of your videos, the keywords that you're using, the tags that you're using in YouTube, because then people might have a problem, for example, looking for video editing or video content ideas. Let's take this one, that's better. Video content ideas is a good keyword. So you put this into the title of your video. You also put it into the description, and you also put it in the video tags. So YouTube now knows your video is about video content ideas and will display it if someone searches for this keyword. So you have much more influence on YouTube, who will see your video, than on Facebook. Because on Facebook, your video also disappears in the timeline. It might not be shown. A video from before 1 year, you probably won't see anymore. But on YouTube, your video stays forever.
Do you recommend, because I've seen different individuals, they will upload separately, right, to Facebook, and then they upload the video to YouTube, and then for IGTV, you need to upload. But do you recommend, since let's say if I have a YouTube channel, right, do you recommend posting the link of the YouTube channel on the different social media to promote the YouTube channel? Would you recommend that?
You have to find the right balance for doing that, because Facebook doesn't like when you put a YouTube link on Facebook. Every platform wants to keep the users on their platform. So Facebook wants to keep you on Facebook. And if you post a YouTube link, means you leave Facebook. That's what they don't like that. And it's the same on YouTube or on LinkedIn. If you paste the YouTube link in LinkedIn, they don't want it. They want to keep you on LinkedIn. So if you have the original video, it's better to upload it directly to LinkedIn or to Facebook instead of using the YouTube link.
So I think this is a dilemma I've been thinking too, but I did look at several individuals, how they were doing it. And then, your audience kind of, then you don't get your full subscriber in YouTube, right? Do you see that
so
as a concern?
There are some tricks. May I tell you a trick?
Yes.
You might, for example, make a shorter version of your video on Facebook, maybe just the announcement about the video that you have on YouTube. And then you put the link into the comments, not directly in the description, but in the comments. That's better than putting it directly. Or you use something like a URL shortener so that it's not recognized immediately as a YouTube URL. That's also good.
Got it. That's a great tip. That's a really great tip. So let's talk about video content, because I think there was something that we were talking about, and you mentioned it's important, especially you're supporting women entrepreneurs, right? And they might what are some of your tips, right, to prepare video content?
Yeah, the first thing is think about the problems your customers have. Make a list of problems. Really think of why did former customers come to me? How could I help them? Because you need the hook in the beginning of your video. The hook is something to really catch them. And you have to do this in the first 3 to 5 seconds. So start in the beginning with something. Did you ever have a problem to show yourself on camera? Or have you created lots of videos and you don't get many followers, no subscribers? So if you start with such a question, those people who have the problem immediately get hooked. And that's what you need. That's why you need the list of videos, problems to use this as a hook in your video. It also helps you to create the content, because you can talk about the problem, but also giving some tips and tricks how to solve it, so that you will be recognized as the expert in this field, because you know the problems, but you also have the solutions for it.
And I know you mentioned too about keywords, right? Is there any suggestion or tool you recommend for people to search like the best keyword for video, for video?
It's the normal research, keyword research that you do. It's Google. You can use the search bar, or also on YouTube, to see if there are already videos about this topic. And then learn from these videos how they have created the title, or what description they use, which keywords they use already, or tags they use. So learn from already existing videos. Because if there are already videos who have more than 10,000 views, or at least some thousand views, you see that there's a need. If you only see videos with 50, 60, 300 views, it seems there is no need for this video, for this keyword. So make the normal keyword research, like for your website. You also have to make keyword research. It's the same. But also make a research on YouTube, see what videos are already there, and learn from these. Don't copy too much. Make your own version of the same, maybe of the same topic.
I want to pivot a little bit, but thank you. So far, I'm learning listening to you. I want to pivot a little bit to the women entrepreneurs you're supporting, because, I think this would be good for them to know as well. We mentioned just before we came on, we were talking, right, how they're afraid to get on the camera,
Yeah.
right? And I remember, like I said, for myself too, that's kind of, I had a challenge. So what can you share with them so that, you know, they can get over that initial fear, you know, to get started with their videos?
Yeah. What I recommend is a 3-step process. You don't have to put your first video online. Just start with recording yourself, watching your own videos, and think of how can I improve that. So the first videos are just for yourself. The next one is create a Facebook group, a secret one that no one knows, and maybe share it with a friend or someone who can give you feedback, so that you get feedback back from a person who knows online videos. That's important. Don't ask a TV expert, because they have different levels of standards. Quality for them is different than for online business videos. So get feedback from someone else who is experienced in online videos or has watched videos, and then ask them how you can improve. And then finally make it public on Facebook, because there your first videos won't stay forever. They will disappear in the timeline. And when you feel confident talking about your topic, then you can go on YouTube.
Oh, thank you for that. Let's say I've got comfortable, right? Now I'm producing my video. How do I grow my audience?
You also have to promote your videos. The preparation with the keyword search, that's the process before you start or put your videos online. But afterwards, you also have to promote them. And this is also about sharing the links, what we said before. If you have a mailing list, send an email to your mailing list for those topics where you really want more views. Always ask on YouTube for subscribing your videos and your channel. That's important to have this call to action at the end. And maybe in the beginning, what you should always do on YouTube, like your own video. Very important. If it's liked first by someone, more likes will follow faster. And you should be proud of your video, so like it. And also ask some friends maybe in the beginning to view and like your video, because it's good for the ranking on YouTube. What happens in the first 24 hours, that's important, how the algorithm will display your video to others. Don't wait too long.
Got it. So first 24 hours. Do they, is there a number they're looking for? I just found out yesterday too. It's like, oh my God, once you hit 100 YouTube subscribers, they give you a certain function. And then when you hit 1,000, there's like different things. So it's like, oh, this is different, you know, so they have criteria. So in order to display, is there a number for the first 24 hours or just as many?
As many as possible, but in the first 24 hours. That's the point that most of the people don't know. So they are waiting too long to promote their videos. But you should keep this in mind, that what can you do after you've uploaded your video, the next step to promote it. For example, I'm now also, or I have in mind after uploading my video, which is always on Tuesday, to send an email to my mailing list, linking the video. Also sending the email about the content that I've delivered, putting into my email. So it's a process using the same content ideas also for mailings or for other posts. And yeah, link it somewhere else on Pinterest. You can also link them on Pinterest. That's an easy one, because there's no problem with Pinterest and YouTube.
Got it. Thank you. These are all really great tips, important tips. Let's see. Anything else that I have here? So what other, first of all, thank you again for all the amazing little tips. I think they're very important for someone, especially like me. I'm also starting out, and for women entrepreneurs. From your experience right now, where do you think video marketing is going next?
Oh, there are lots of changes coming because you see the platforms like LinkedIn, they are not as far with videos like Facebook. So, for example, all the features that you have now on Facebook for video editing, for example, they deliver automatically the subtitles now. You can create video clips in Facebook out of the videos that you uploaded or live videos. You can make surveys around your videos on Facebook. All these features that are already there for being interactive with videos, I think LinkedIn and the other platforms will follow somehow. And each platform needs to have video in the future. So it's very important to start now with videos, not to wait another year, because if you are the first one in your niche, you get the visibility and you get your followers. So waiting until some months, 6 months or next year, I wouldn't recommend that. Just start out now.
That's a great tip. I agree too. I myself am watching a lot more video right now.
Yeah.
And we're getting comfortable and used to, really getting information via video.
Because no one likes to read anymore. When I see blog posts that long and there's a video attached, I prefer to look at the video instead of reading this long text. And you also must be aware that with watching someone, hearing the voice, seeing the facial expressions, we relate much better to the persons. We trust faster than reading a text.
Yeah, I like that. Even I notice, myself too. I rather pick a video, or if I need to understand something, I actually go search on YouTube to watch a video to learn faster than now reading for it.
Yeah.
It's quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so absolutely. So Sabine, if people are interested to, learn more from you or have you to support them in their business, how can they reach out to you?
My website, sabine-schmelzer.com, that's only in German, but I'm fluent in English. So if anyone wants to reach out for me, just go on my website and write me an email or connect with me on LinkedIn. It's not a problem to support anyone in English. I already had English-speaking clients, but my website is in German because my main target group is German-speaking. But I can coach anyone in English, no problem.
Yes, you speak amazing. Your English is amazing. And even, since I know you, that's why I knew we could do this when I reach out to you.
Yes.
What was the other thing? So this kind of just popped in when you talk about working with clients. Do you work with, because I'm thinking, let's say, solo entrepreneurs, right? The self-employed individuals. Do you do groups, like group coaching around for them? So if they can't do individuals, do you offer that?
I have individuals, but I also started group coaching in German on the 27th of March. It's called Video Content Strategy, where you learn how to build the right content, how to present yourself in front of the camera, finding the right keywords, uploading your videos on YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook. So that's part of my 12 weeks program. It's a group program.
Awesome. Yeah. So it's a 12-week that you'll be guiding and coaching the individuals. Okay. Yeah, because I was just thinking about my community. I'm like, okay, maybe that would be something they might be interested in. That's how that question popped in.
Yeah. So what I'm doing too, and that's a smaller version, is workshops for a limited number of people, where each of them presents themselves where they are situated now. They get some input, how to look good on camera with your background, the light and noise, and then they get an individual feedback how they can improve.
Awesome.
And this can be done in English too, if you're interested.
Awesome. Yes. We'll definitely reach out to you. Once I mentioned I was going to send, my community will be watching this video for sure.
Yeah.
But thank you so much just for being here on the Reinhardt Wisdom Show and just offering your wisdom and your knowledge, and being, and your generosity around that. Before we end the show, I just again want to checking if there's anything else you kind of want the audience to know before we complete for today.
Yeah, there is some things. I won't say 2 or 3. Let's see where we end up. Don't try to be perfect. You don't need to be perfect. Good is good enough to go. So that's a problem women have, always trying to be perfect. Don't do that when you start out with videos. And the other thing is start doing. Your growth is outside of your comfort zone, even if you're afraid of doing it, but start doing and practicing. And we now have so many online meetings, so we get used to see each other on camera. We're getting better in that. So it's another step to start creating the videos. And start on a platform like Facebook where it's easy, no technical issues. And when you are confident, then start on YouTube.
Thank you again for sharing those gems. I wish I talked to you before I started, but we're all learning. So I'm glad now we're connected and I'm learning from you. And once again, thank you so much for spending your time with us, and sharing with us your wisdom. I'm really grateful to be connected with you again. And I look forward to continue connecting with you. And for those of you who are watching, thank you for watching our show. And I'll see you on the next video. Thank you again, Sabine.
Thank you, Annie.
Okay, bye.